Our category pages on our WooCommerce shop are very, very important because it makes it easier for our visitors to see or go to any categories they wish to go to. So when you first install WooCommerce, this is what you see. So we're going to transform this page and make it look way much better. Now, let me show you what this is going to look like after we've designed this. So I'm going to refresh this page, and now you can see that we have a new design, and this is a design that can be created in Divi, and it applies to all your category pages. But before we get started, I'd like to remind you that if you buy Divi using my affiliate link, you'll get access to my web design formula course, a course that teaches you how to design professional looking websites with Divi. All you have to do is to buy it using my link below, send me an email, and I'll give you access to the course. In no time, you're going to be a web design professional. So let's go ahead and let me show you how to create a WooCommerce product category page with the Divi theme builder. All right, so the first thing we need to do is to install WooCommerce. So right now I'm in the admin dashboard of my website. So to install WooCommerce, you want to come over here to plugins, click on add new. And by the way, WooCommerce is absolutely free. It helps you build your online shop. All right, so let's search for WooCommerce. So what you want to do is to install and activate. So as you can see, I've already gone ahead and activated my plugin. Next, we need to create our products. And to do that, you want to come over here to products. Now, I'm going to show you what I've gone ahead and done already. So you can see here, I have quite a few products that I've set up. So in your case, you want to click on add new to add a new product. Give your product a name. Now over here, you want to give the description. Okay, so now that you've got your description here, the next step now is to add your price. And if the item is on sale, you can also add the sale price here. Now over here to the right, let me get myself out of the way. You want to add a product image. So I'm going to click on set product image. So you can choose your product here, set your image. Now, if you want to add a short description, you can add it here. All right, the next step now, this is the most important part, and that is our categories. We need to assign our product to a category. So if you don't have your category here, you can add a brand new one by clicking on add new category. You give this a name. So I'm going to call this new product. Click on add to category. So what you can do is to set this new product that we've just created into this category. Once you've done that, you just hit publish and you can view the product here. All right, great. So what we're going to do next now is to go in and create our category page. Now it's important because sometimes you may want to sell, or your visitors may want to see what you're selling, but it needs to be based on the categories. So that is what we're going to do today, and we're going to do it in the theme builder. So let's go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do now is to scroll all the way down here to Divi and then click on theme builder. So before I create the template for it, I've gone ahead and opened up the categories. So this is the on sale. We also have our latest products, and we also have the tech category. Okay, so these are the categories. So we want to create a nice page, a beautiful page where people can see a really beautiful design when they land on the page. Okay, so to do that, you want to come over here now and click on new template. So the template that we need is going to be the all product category pages. And this is the one. I'm going to select that, create template. So this is the template. It comes in with a header and footer. So what I'm going to do now is to add the body of my template. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to build custom body. So I'm going to build this from scratch. So there's a few things that we may want to do here, and that is perhaps maybe add a background color. So I'm going to go with a dark background here. So let's go with something like that. Then I'm going to save that. Next, I'm going to start adding all the elements of my template. So I'm going to start by adding a single column. And in that, we're going to add a text module. Select that. And now I am going to choose dynamic text. So I'm going to click here and set this to post or archive title. Next, I'm going to come over here to design text. And this is where we need to customize the text. So I'm going to change my font to Poppins. I'm going to make it all caps. And I'm also going to give this a color, and I may as well set this to bold, and I'm going to change the size. So let's bring this up to about 22. I'm going to add some letter spacing. Okay, that looks great. And I'm going to save. So let's move on and start adding other elements to our page. So the next part here is another single column. And this time this is going to be a shop module. I'm going to select that. Okay, great. So I've got my shop module here. So I might as well go in and make sure I've set everything up here. So I'm going to say use current page. And over here is where you want to decide how many products you want to show per category. So I'm going to go with 6. And for the column layout, you can decide how you want to have this. So you can have 4 columns or 3 columns. So since we're having 4 columns here, let me just set this to 8. So everything is balanced on our page. Okay, excellent. So you can see my 8 products here. So over here on the product view type, I think we need to make sure we select product category, and our product count is 8. That's fine. I'm going to save that. Okay, so let's go now and check and see if this is working. So I'm going to refresh this, and there we go. So this now is showing everything, and that is really cool. Now it's time to go in and further design our template. So I'm going to come over here, click on my custom body. So let's start off with our single column. So I'm going to come over here, and in this single column, I need to add a background color. So I'm going to come over here. All right. So to add my colors, I'm going to come over here to the gradient, because I don't want to use a solid color. So now I can choose my colors. So let me start by playing around with a few colors here and see what that looks like. So let's have this at an angle. There we go. So we have something creative going on here. So you may want to play around with different colors and see how that looks. So again, I'm just going to change the direction here. All right, I think I'm going to go with that. Next, I'm going to come over here to design. So you can see here our products are way too close to the edge. So what I want to do is to add some padding. So I'm going to start off with 3 VW. And this is going to be top, bottom, and we're also going to do left and right. Okay, so maybe let's add this to about 4. Like that. Right. So now that I have this, I'm going to come to the border, and here we're going to go with 6 pixels. So just to round this off a little bit. In fact, we may even go with say 8. I think 8 is better. All right. So now that we have this going on, that's our initial design here. The next step now is to go into the actual products and also further customize this. So I'm going to click here on this gear icon to go into my products, and then I am now going to target specifically each and every item here. So I'm going to click on this paintbrush icon and set this to 5 pixels for all my products, just to give them that rounded look. And then I'm going to also work on the titles. So first of all, I'm going to change my font to Poppins. We are going to change the color here so it really stands out from the background. It's important that you do that because it makes it easier for people to read your products. Okay, the size I think needs to increase to about 18 or maybe even 17. Now we also have a price here, but we can't see it. So let's go and address this. So let's try and change the color here. I think I'm going to go with this color right here. That looks really nice. Now let's change the fonts to Poppins, and we also need to change this weight to bold, and we may also need to increase the size here like that. So I'm going to go with 16 for this. For the title here, let's go back and let's make it bold. There we go. So that really stands out, and I like the way it's looking now. Okay, so that's pretty good. I can see here we also have a hover effect. So we can also go in and set our hover here or overlay. And that can be found by going to our image. So over here, in fact, we need to go to overlay. All right, so overlay. Now here our overlay color is white. So let's try and change this. So I'm going to come to the background color and choose my color. Now that's a bit too extreme, as you can see. So I'm going to come over here and add some transparency to our hover effect. Okay, so that's much better. It's not as aggressive. Let's bring this up a bit. Yeah, I think that looks much better now. Great. So now that we have our hover color, the next part here is the icon itself. All right, so for our icon, I'm going to go with this one right here. And we can also set our icon color. So for that, I'm going to choose white. And I think that works. All right, that's great. Now let me have a look here. I can see something here on the border. It looks like there's something when I hover. So let's set this to, okay, the border here is going to the whole item. So let's go to our image. And for our image border here, you can see there now that is targeting our image. So let's add a border around that as well. But we're going to choose a color and add some transparency to it. There we go. So it's just very subtle. Okay. So now I can save this because I can see that already this is looking really nice. Now over here on the top, as you can see, our text here doesn't look great. It needs to be much bigger. So let's go in and address that. So we're just going to go in and just make this nice and big so it is easier to read. So we're going to go nice and big. Let's go with 56. We also need to add some line height here just to make it easier to read. Okay, so what is important here is you also want to go in and make sure that this looks great on all devices. So here on the tablet, I think 56 is a bit too much. So I'm going to bring this down to about 40. And then on my mobile here, I'm going to bring this down to about 24. So yeah, so as you can see, this is very, very important that you go in and make sure everything looks great before you save this. So over here, 1.4 is fine. And that's looking great. Okay, so I'm now going to save this. Now let's go to our section settings. So over here, I need to add a bit of padding because everything is way too close to the top here. So for the padding, we need to go to spacing. And here we're going to start by applying 7 VW both to the top and the bottom. In fact, let's increase it to maybe about 9 and save. Okay, so that's looking great. All right, so we've spent quite a bit of time here designing our category pages. So let's take a look now and see what this looks like. So back over here, I'm just going to go to my second tab and refresh this page. And here we go. So you can see here that this is our on sale items. And when I scroll down, it just shows the on sale items only. Okay. And if I choose latest products, now this is what we had before. I'm going to refresh this. And now you can see that our template is working. Everything has our colors and it is looking really awesome. So that is how you design your category pages for your WooCommerce shop. Let me know what you guys think about this tutorial. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments box below. Until next time, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.